Monday. I almost said it was Sunday. Oh, we all wish, don't we? It's a manic Monday. So I keep getting lots of questions on what are the alternatives to fear-based strategies. And you guys know how I answer that. It's not, we don't get rid of a Pinterest strategy, right? And like class dojo points or assemblies or stickers or tokens or warm fuzzies or now I see little cotton balls that watch you. So now we're scaring kids into silence. Any of those fear-based strategies, we don't take those and replace them with a different fear-based strategy. And if it's truly a fear-based strategy, you can't do it in a positive way. A lot of people ask me that, like, how do I make this positive? Well, you can't really. If it's public, it's out for me. So people so what are the alternatives? And I always talk about temperaments. I am ashamed of the education system because the temperament should be the very first thing we learn. So I talk about that all the time and people are like, what does that exactly mean? So I'm going to tell you what the temperaments are. I'm going to tell you the 4 temperaments. And then I want you to hang out with me on IGTV and watch my videos and find my masterclass, guys. My masterclass, that is the beginning. You do temperaments with yourself, find out who you are, and find out who the kids are, and then it all comes together. But if you don't know temperaments, that's the hard part, is people are like, you just keep telling the negative stuff. You don't tell the positive stuff, and I do. But the temperament, I want to teach you the temperament pieces, which is in my masterclass. So then you can think of the strategies by yourself because you have the information to fill the toolboxes. That's the part everybody's missing, is just like, what else do we do? Well, there's a million strategies, but because you don't know the information, you don't know the strategies. So I'm going to tell you a little bit now. I hope you find my masterclass because, guys, it's game-changing. Like I always say, it was game-changing for me when I was introduced to it, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's like where the theater strategy comes from. That's where the ask more questions strategy comes from. That's where all my strategies come from, is that I know about temperaments. So there is 4 temperaments. This goes all the way back to Hippocrates. If you need research, you can ask Hippocrates. 4 temperaments. Sorry, guys. Got a frog in my throat. That is not one of the temperaments. So I do them. I do it with little kids. So I use the name, right? There's books. There's 4 of them. This is David's book. So that's David. That's Iris. That's Summer. And that's Charlie. So each one, right? David's book is green. Iris's book is red. Summer's book is blue. Charlie's book is yellow. I almost said orange, because he has an orange backpack on. He's yellow. So, right, David is a toolbox, Iris is a toolbox, Summer is a toolbox, Charlie is a toolbox. But it is really D tendencies, I tendencies, S tendencies, and C tendencies. So, David, right, who is this book, he wants to be first, best, fastest. So, line leader's tricky for him. So waiting in line is tricky for him. He is direct and dominant. He has to watch out for other people's feelings because he is task-oriented. Okay, so that's a little bit about David. Iris, I'm Iris. I'm also David too. Iris is star of the show. I want to talk to everybody. I'm a really good external thinker. I think out loud. I want to be in partners. I do things that look illogical or like, oh my God, my husband all the time, oh my gosh, I can't believe she's doing that. But I'm not embarrassed by it. But I am the temperament that would like incentives as long as I have power and control over them as well. So that is Iris. Summer, right? Summer is the blue one. She is the peacekeeper. She is very calm, cool, and collected. She is the one that would do great on a sticker chart because she'd get all the stickers. The hard thing is that she internalizes her feelings so she could have anxiety about that. So when you say, all my kids love this system, but it's public, know that all the Summers are swallowing it in. And they are going home and telling their mom, and they have anxiety, they have a headache or stomach ache, they don't want to come to school. They're legitimately physically sick over it. So that's Summer. Summer doesn't like any conflict either. She doesn't like the teachers being mad. She doesn't like people getting in trouble. That makes her very uncomfortable. Charlie is, also internalizes his feelings, right? Charlie can also be a her, of course. that they like to be correct, they like to be right. They do like to be alone. This is hard for Charlie to be in school all day because you are never alone unless you're in the bathroom. But if you're in a middle school bathroom, kids are knocking on the door and wondering if you're pooping, and so they don't ever get to be alone. Someone's like, yeah, when they eat lunch, they can sit by themselves, but there's still a whole room of people. Charlie really is looking for alone time. He is the one that academically knows, right, how to read early, maybe, knows all the planets, knows all the facts about, I don't know, the Arctic or the solar system. So that's a little bit about Charlie. So the things that we do, so then we have this clip system or sticker chart. We use it for all the kids. David will tell you where to stick your sticker. Iris will be embarrassed that you're calling her out for positive things. I mean, negative things. Positive things, she'll like wear a skirt and a tiara and do a cartwheel. Summer is internalizing her feeling. There's a lot of anxiety. Charlie also is a perfectionist, so if you call him out, he's really worried that he is not perfect, and he is sad because he's trying his hardest, and you're not noticing. So I hope that's helpful, guys, for knowing, like, right, I just did that in what does it say? 6 minutes. That's like a 4-day workshop I took probably 25 times. So it goes more into it, right? We talk about the toolboxes because each toolbox needs to be filled with love-based strategies. So when, right, I did I talk about the match game all the time. I had a mom that did the match game and the little boy goes, I don't want to play. I'm done. I'm not playing that game. And he turns around and walks away. And the mom's like, oh man, what do I do? I said, you know what? The match game works for most of the kids. And when it doesn't, we can take it out of the toolbox and put it aside. Maybe use it later, maybe get rid of it for good. The great thing about it is all my strategies in the toolboxes are out of love. So when you take it out, there's no shame, guilt, and embarrassment. Like, well, we're not going to use this sticker chart because you can't figure it out. And you're always at the bottom of the clip down system. And, right, it's like, take it out. The match game doesn't work. Let's work on some other things before we put the match game back in. And the match game might make some kids might not want to do it. It makes this kid really mad currently. So you just say, oh, you know what, buddy? Use that strategy. You know what? I'm going to take it out right now. We're not going to use that strategy because it seems to be making you mad. Let's talk about big feelings, right? Maybe we need to start with big feelings before we do the match game. Maybe the match game's done at the wrong time when the kid's emotional brain is on and it needs to be off because the logical brain has to be on to pick the 1, 2, 3. So I hope this is helping a little bit, guys, that we're not going from one Pinterest strategy to another Pinterest strategy to another one. If it has a cutesy name, there's one called the Good Behavior Game. Someone's like, how do you feel about that? I don't even have to look it up. Behavior's not a game. There's no game in behavior. That's not a thing. So there's one that looks like it's like a house game where every classroom has its own points. Looks like Harry Potter. Whew, I could not think of his name. It looks like Harry Potter. That's out because that just feeds competition. Have you seen Harry Potter? They're all in competition and they're like do mean things to each other because everybody's trying to win depending on what house you're in. So that one's out for me. So all these, the thing is that I just call it my masterclass. I don't have a cutesy name because it's just, you have to learn the information so you can make strategies to put it in the toolboxes. And the information we don't get in school, it should be the first day, the first second we sit down, we should learn about temperaments. The CEOs and CFOs and people in the business corporate world know all about these temperaments because it helps them do their job better. I don't know why we didn't get the memo or the ticket or I don't know, we need to meet Willy Wonka and get the golden ticket to know this information. It is life-changing, guys. So find me for my masterclass. We have 3 tiers. You could do, it's 8 hours. You could do it without me. You could do it with me on Voxer. You could do it with me over Zoom. And my match game can help you take the place of these systems that we are required to do. So, find me, guys. I love you so much. Happy Monday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.